campaign to restore a female astronaut's rightful place in history. On the 18th of October 1963, she blasted off into the unknown before safely returning to Earth. So, why haven't you heard of her? No, not her. Her! This is Félicette, the cat who boldly went where no feline had been before. In 1963, the French space program gathered 14 cats in preparation for their next flight. Back then, scientists all over the world wanted to understand how the lack of gravity could affect animals. The idea being, if they can survive in space, then so can humans. In fact, these 14 cats went through the same intensive training as human astronauts. Ultimately, it was Félicette who was chosen for the mission due to her calm disposition, though some reports say it was because all the other cats had put on too much weight. On launch day, Félicette was placed into a capsule atop a rocket that could travel at 5 to 6 times the speed of sound. During her ascent, she bravely withstood forces of up to 9.5 G and reached a record height of 157 kilometers, becoming the first cat to experience the weightlessness of space. She then safely parachuted back down to Earth, where she was met by a helicopter recovery team and was recovered without incident. Thank you for taking part in my success, reads Félicette's autographed photo. It's not known who she was speaking to, or how she learned to write, but it seems no one was truly listening. She made headlines, but would ultimately be overshadowed by the other space race milestones of the 1960s. Years later, her memory would be further obscured as a series of commemorative stamps all assumed she was a male cat named Felix. Seems the common misconception that only men are leading the fields of science and engineering applies to cats too. It's Félicette's contributions to spaceflight research that the ones that allow us to take our cats to the Martian colonies and beyond. For that, she deserves her rightful recognition. The first chimp in space is buried at the International Space Hall of Fame. The first dog in space is immortalized in bronze. The first cat in space has nothing. They couldn't even get the damn stamps right. Now, 54 years later, it's time to give Félicette a proper memorial. A statue to the Astrocat must be built. But we need your support to make it happen. Pledge to our campaign now and help forge Félicette's place in history. Merci.